Okay guys, we're going to go over the answers now for page 69 in your workbook, which you were asked to work on. It is on solving inequalities. The first one, I started writing it and then I realized I should do it with you probably. So the first question, it says, Kate took $3 out of her purse and she still had at least $8 in it. So the keyword here is at least. How much did she have to begin? So, write an inequality to represent the amount of money in Kate's purse. So we don't know the amount of purse, but she took out $3 out of her purse. So 3 out of her purse, and it's greater than or equal to, remember we talked about it in our lesson, at least means $8 or more. So it's greater than or equal to 8. So just in case you can see it, I wrote m minus 3 greater than or equal to 8. And then the first step here is m minus 3 greater than or equal to 8, which means you're adding 3 to each side. That's how you solve the equation, right? So when you add 3 to both sides, you get m is greater than or equal to 11. Does that make sense? Now we're going to graph the solutions on the number line. It is greater than or equal to 11. So I'm going to write down the solution set right here. Solution set are m can be 11, 12, 13, 14 and so on, which means 11 is included. So I'm going to draw a circle and fill it up. It's a solid circle, and I'm going to put an arrow to the right saying the numbers are going all the way from 11 and above. Does that make sense? So what does this solution tell you? This tells you that Kate had at least $11 before she took out $3. Right? That's what we found out. Okay, moving on. X plus 4 less than 9. Again, to solve this, we're going to subtract 4 on both sides first. And we get x is less than 5. And so the point is over here. It's going to be an open circle because it does not include 5. And it's less than, so I'm going to put an arrow on this side. And then the next question over here says, choose a value in the shaded area of the number line from C. So I'm going to choose a value here, 3. Is 3 less than 5? Or actually, they want you to substitute in the original inequality from A. So I'm substituting back in the equation, okay? Or let's just use this equation. So 3 is less than 5. Is that true? Yes. Right? Let's pick one that's outside of the shaded region. So let's say 7. Is 7 less than 5? No, it's not. So that's not an inequality, or that inequality is not true. In this case it is. Yes? Now moving on to the next page, we are going to look at 1C, outside of the shaded area, which is what we did. And what does the shaded part of the inequality show? The shaded part tells you the solution set. So it gives you the solution set to the inequality, or it tells you what the solution can be to the given inequality. Does that make sense? Okay. So now filling out this table, we're going to come up with solution sets. 3 is less than 4. Now, if you multiply both sides by 2, you get 3 times 2 is 6. 6 is less than 8. Is this still true? Yes, it is. And multiply this by 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 greater than or equal to negative 9. Is it true? Yes, it is. Multiply by 5. Negative 5 is less than or equal to 25. Is negative 5 less than or equal to 25? Yes, it is. Now 5 greater than 2. Multiply by negative 1. So you're going to multiply by negative 5. Is greater than negative 2. Is this true? No, it is not, because negative 5 is a smaller number compared to negative 2. Now 1 less than or equal to 7. If you multiply by negative 5, you get negative 5 less than or equal to negative 35. No, it is not. It's false. And multiplying this by negative 8, we get negative 8 times negative 8 is positive 8, greater than 80. Oh, no, it is not, definitely. Right? So what is happening here? Something strange is happening. Yeah, we have to figure out what's going on. Now here, 4 less than 8. So we're going to multiply by 4. So we get 16 less than 32. Right? Yes, it is true. And then 12 times 3 is 36. I am so sorry. We have to be dividing, not multiplying. And I'm doing the wrong thing. So I'm going to erase this for a second. And let's do this again. 4 divided by 4 is 1 less than 2. Yes, it is true. And then 12 divided by 3 is 4. 4 greater than or equal to negative 5. Is it true? Yes, it is. And negative 16 divided by negative 4 is positive 4 less than or equal to 12 divided by negative 4 is negative 3. Oh, no, it is not. And then negative 3 greater than negative 1, it is false. So do you see a pattern here? So the pattern here is every time you multiply by a positive number, the inequality is true. But when you multiply by a negative number, the inequality is false. The same thing applies here. When you divide by a positive number, the inequality is true. When you divide by a negative number, the inequality is false. When both sides of an inequality are multiplied or divided by a negative number, then it is no longer true. Why is that? It's because you're changing the values when you multiply or divide by a negative number, right? So what you need to do is you have to reverse the symbol. So let's go on to the next page for a second. And it says 5 greater than 2, you multiply both sides by negative 1. Negative 5 greater than negative 2. Now we're going to reverse the inequality symbol and say negative 5 is less than negative 2. Is it true now? Yes. Again, we're going to reverse the symbol and we're going to say negative 5 greater than or equal to negative 35. Is it true now? Yes, it is. And then 64 is less than 80. It is true. And then let's see if it works for division. Now you have this and you get the new inequality. And let's switch the signs and see 4 is greater than or equal to negative 3. Yes, it is true. And negative 3 is greater than negative 1. So I'm going to make it negative 3 is less than negative 1. Yes, it is true. So we can make a statement from this. So when both sides of an inequality are multiplied or divided by a negative number, you must reverse the inequality symbol to make the statement true. So every time you divide or multiply an inequality by a negative number, you should switch the signs to solve it. Does that make sense? Great. Now go back to your agenda document and follow the instructions there.